Mayor Spano recently launched Yonkers Green City. This is a community-led initiative where thousands of individuals, businesses, and government officials are making great progress, growing a more healthy, vibrant, and attractive community for all those who live and visit and work in Yonkers.
Yeah, and we're honored to be in a partnership with the city, and I can tell you that the leadership shown by the mayor and by Brad in all of the things that you're doing, that everybody is really watching what's coming out of Yonkers these days with sustainability and these programs, so it's great to be working together.
Well, eco-driving is simple. It's small changes in driver behavior lead to large savings at the gas pump. And what we're so excited about with eco-driving is that no matter if it's an employee, like somebody working at the Office of Aging who's delivering meals to the elderly, or it's a housing inspector that's going from one job site to another inspecting buildings, they're driving all the time. Some of them spend hours and hours and hours a day behind the wheel. So if we can teach them techniques that they can apply and achieve up to a 25% reduction in their fuel use, I mean, that's a big win for the city and our fuel bill. But as important, that employee is going to take those techniques home with them, and they're going to save on their personal pocketbook. And that's a really important consideration for us.
I have actually a very similar background to all of the instructors that work on our program. We've all earned our living at one point or another as professional race drivers and professional instructors, which means that we probably look at driving a little bit differently than the average person that drives a car. The driver that's going to get the best fuel mileage and can still operate the car in the shortest amount of time is the one that's going to avoid the most pit stops and is probably going to win.
Everything that you do at some point can add up. Does turning off the air conditioner make a big difference? No, it doesn't. But it does add that little bit. Does being easy with the throttle pedal off a start make a big difference? Yeah, somewhat. But if you add that also to the air conditioning, it makes a bigger difference. Does coasting make a big difference? Yeah, somewhat. But if you add coasting to being easy with the throttle to turning off the air conditioning, then all of those make a difference. In a race car, we are always thinking about what's coming up next. Am I meeting my fuel mileage numbers? What's going to happen under the next yellow? What do I need to tell my crew chief to change in the car when we pull into pit lane? Should I pass this guy? Shouldn't I pass this guy? Does it make sense? What are the risks involved? All of this personally is what goes through my mind, and I think goes through any top-tier race car driver. They're thinking ahead. They're thinking about what could take place. If you do that on the street, you become less reactive. And when you're less reactive, you are smoother with the pedals. Instead of on and off the gas and on and off the brake, you're smoother with all of those things. People don't like doing that because they think they're going slower in terms of time. Slower in speed is not slower in time on a city street.
Some of the things that surprised me today was the techniques that they show you, slowing down gradually as you go into the light, and the effects of it. And the proof was in the pudding because it showed you, the mileage that you're saving.
I was heavy, they said, on the pedal, but then at the end of the day, I saved gas. I did 20 miles to a tank, 20 miles to a gallon of gas. I was getting 13 miles to a gallon, and then I came in, I was getting 20 miles to a gallon at the last stop. I mean, if I saved a little bit just here, if everybody tried it, I think we could save money, yeah.
Back in 2008, first time gas prices got up to the $4 range. Ford Motor Company, who we do a lot of other work for, called us in and said they wanted to train 10 of our professional drivers to become eco-driving ambassadors. So we went into Ford, we were trained by people in Europe, became certified as master eco-driving instructors. And from that, we ended up doing a lot of events for Ford. We said this is something we want to continue to develop, and so we've developed a much more detailed curriculum, and we've started offering it to companies, both public and private, throughout the U.S. This is something we've been doing for 6 years. We believe in the concept, we know it works, and we're very excited to be here working with the City of Yonkers and hope that this will work out for the city.